Hey, Mr. Two Star Wars Nerds here. I'm actually just about to drop my son off with his grandmother. And, I was just thinking a lot about, the Kenobi novel, especially with the show going on right now. Full disclosure, the missus and I haven't seen any episode. We've seen memes that have come from the show, but, I've just been thinking, man, it's really a bummer to see so many people who love Kenobi get really disenfranchised with their interpretation of the treatment of the character. But I couldn't help but think there's so many great Kenobi stories out there, and one in particular, the Kenobi novel by John Jackson Miller, is fantastic. It takes place in the same time period, in between episodes 3 and 4, and this is a spoiler-free encouragement for why exactly you should read this. And first it starts off with him and baby Luke, and giving it to giving Luke to the Lars family, and it's this whole thing of he's contemplating, how involved should I be in Luke's life? Should I be like the kind of distant uncle, or should I be close in the family? Should I just be an overwatcher? And so you have this internal struggle that's going on with a mission that he has been tasked with, but you never see him broken and completely shut down. You see him engage in injustice all throughout, and he's using the Force, he's using his lightsaber, but he's doing so while trying to keep a low profile. And I love that there's just a struggle. He can't get away from his Jedi upbringing, his Jedi discipline, the Jedi way, the Jedi code. He can't escape from it. And it's really interesting to see how it plays out. It reads like a Western, actually, and it's really fascinating how it plays, because there's parts where Kenobi has kind of more of a background role, but you see how he plays like the Lone Ranger, how he will come in and how he will help execute justice, or he's this mysterious figure, and then full bore you're thrown into the Kenobi story. But honestly, one of my favorite things is seeing how he struggles with Anakin and his thoughts about Luke and the Chosen One prophecy, and his Force meditations where he's calling out to Qui-Gon Jinn, and where he's cultivating this very thing that he has had his whole life. And to see how that plays out on Tatooine, he never leaves Tatooine, but to see how that plays out, it's really absolutely fascinating, and it's a great read. And I think if you're a person who would say, man, I love Kenobi, I love him in film, I love him in books, I love him in comics, you should read the novel. I can't speak to whether or not you will like it more than the show or not. I haven't seen it. I literally have no opinion on the show that's out right now. But what I do know is that the book is absolutely fantastic. The audio book, which I listen to as well, is phenomenal. It's voiced well, the action, the pacing, all of this, the music, everything is done well, and it fits well. And the more I get to learn about the EU, I understand it's one of the last books that was written in the EU, so there's a lot of connections. And so whether you're new to the expanded universe, or whether you actually have been reading it for a long time, there's something in it for everybody. But I just feel like at this point, we need to cultivate what gets us excited about Star Wars. And if you're feeling, maybe like you want a really good Kenobi story that takes place in between episodes 3 and 4, and whether or not you're getting it with the show, you should check out the Kenobi novel. It's absolutely fantastic. But if you've read it, let me know in the comments. This is my spoiler-free review. I didn't want to go into the details because I actually have a video that's a book review that goes in a little deeper. It's about 10 to 15 minutes, and I go in even more, reveal some plot points. But, this is like a super low budget car video. Just wanted to share my thoughts, as I've been thinking about Kenobi. But hey, I'm Mr. Two Star Wars Nerds. I hope you read Kenobi for yourself, and may the Force be with you always.